The Andorian Incident. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 1. I'm continuing my reviews of all of Star Trek Enterprise. We're going to use my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. In each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best that you can get in any category. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. So 0 is bad, 1 is good, 2 is amazing. So 1 is, I'm going to give it a 1. I like the storyline. I can't give it full points because I'm not sure how I feel about the Vulcans being kind of the bad guys and spying. I love Vulcans, Romulans, and the Borg are like my 3 favorite factions. In Star Trek Online, I play as a Romulan, but in any case, just because I think their ships look really cool. But Vulcans are great. I love Vulcans. I'm not sure if I like that idea. But it is what it is. Having said that, it still played out nicely. The Andorians show up, led by Jeffrey Combs, baby. Yes, I love Jeffrey Combs. And they're like, well, you guys are spying on us and we have a treaty and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, it's just a monastery. We don't do anything. And of course, you find out they are spying. So it's still pretty good, but I'm not like super dying over it, but still well done. For pacing, I'll give it a 1.5. I mean, I'm not bored or anything, but there is a little bit of, they're hostages. Do you know anything? No. Yes, I got to escape. Those kinds of things are always, I mean, there is tension, but at this point that none of the Star Trek crew is going to actually die. So you don't exactly know what's going to happen, but like you kind of do. So when you know how it's going to play out, the tension and pacing and all that comes from just the plotting of how it all works itself out. And I think it was done pretty well. Just not a 2 out of 2, but a 1.5 for sure. Still well paced, wasn't bored or anything like that. So good job. For the artistry, I'll give it a 1.5 on this one. The monastery looks pretty good, but mostly it's just caves in that one location. So it's not like they went all out with like crazy effects or anything like that. The Andorians look awesome though, I will say that. Obviously a massive step up from what we've seen in original series if you've been watching my reviews on that. So obviously that's a big step up, but they look good. I like the Vulcans are all cool. I like all the little things that they have, that big face. They have these little relics and things. That's kind of neat. So good attention to detail. Yeah, really good. 1.5. Characters, I'm going to give it a 2. Yet again, for me, all of the main cast are awesome. I think T'Pol is great in this one. She has to deal with the fact that, is she with the Vulcans or is she with the crew? Because there's a clear divide towards the end where it's like, your people actually are spying on the Andorians. Hashtag the Andorians were right. And you're just like, oh, okay. And she's just kind of like, well, what am I going to do? Not just that moment, but a lot of moments throughout the thing. Archer's great as usual. Reed steps up. And this one, Reed is great. I love that it's like, yeah, I'm not taking orders from some guy. I always love where these guys, like Scotty was great when he would take over as captain. Reed being kind of the weapons guy and the tactical guy. It's cool that he comes in, he's like, look, I'm already looking for what you want to fight me? Are you sure? All right, like it's like whoa. So he's just a great character. They're all awesome in this one. So yeah, characters all around. Jeffrey Combs, just an amazing actor. I've always liked him back from the Reanimator days, and never look back. Every performance he turns in is great, especially the Frighteners. If you've ever seen the Frighteners, he's wacky in that one. He's just like off the wall, but great actor. So really, I'm really impressed with him. And yeah, so 2 out of 2 for the characters. Enjoyment factor, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2 anyways, even though I'm not a massive fan of the Vulcans doing this. Now, again, this is Vulcans from, not the past, but sort of, like not what we've seen of them later on in like Next Gen or something. So it's interesting, maybe it's just a small faction of Vulcans who are doing this, who broke this treaty. That's really the only thing, but I guess I've already dinged it on the story for that. It doesn't really hurt my enjoyment of it. I'm still like, well, this is a cool episode. I liked it. So I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. If I wanted to really be a stickler, I could give it a 1 and give it a 7 out of 10, which would still be a pass. 5 or 6 is kind of, 5 is like, yeah, all right, it's all right. 6 is like, yeah, it's a kind of a pass. 7's like, yeah, that was pretty good. So 7 or 8, it's close. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because for me, the characters still shine, and that's sort of the main thing for me. It's always characters and story. So characters is just above story. So usually if the characters are just above the story, like the story is weak but I like the characters, I forgive a lot, right? If the story is really awful and the characters are just amazing, the enjoyment factor does get dinged a little bit. But in this case, I don't think it was enough for me to really ding it too badly. So 8 out of 10 for this one. If you like my space system, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, and check out Clobberin Times. Link is in the description below. They do a Saturday night Star Trek, so 4 episodes every Saturday night. Check them out. That's it, everybody. Until next time.